been a long and winding road for Aurora's Orkney and Grootvlei gold mines to the east of Johannesburg. For more than a year, they've been abandoned with workers unpaid. The state-owned Chinese company could be Aurora's white knight. Chief liquidator Enver Motala said,
"The documents have been received from the Chinese state-owned company. I will not be able to say fully what the document says as it is deemed confidential. What I can say is that the board of the company has approved the partnership between themselves and Aurora. But what remains is regulatory approval from the Shanghai Stock Exchange and the State Department of China, as it is a government-owned company."
Why would a Chinese company want to buy Aurora assets?
I've experienced Chinese coming to this country looking at assets, and they are not stupid people. In fact, I think they do double the work that a lot of other people do because they are long-term buyers and they're very rich, and everybody knows they're rich, which means they've been taken advantage of. So it's not just because there's cultural differences. China is rich, it knows everybody is trying to sell them something. And so I find the Chinese look closer, more thoroughly, and longer than almost any other nationality when they come to this country to buy an asset.
Who is actually watching over those assets?
Normally when something goes into liquidation, my knowledge is liquidators are responsible from then on. That's why they get paid a lot of money, because they're preserving a lot of money, and hopefully they're going to try and salvage some money out of the asset and pay off the creditors. But I don't know that these mines have the right security, because we saw on Carte Blanche, we saw on your program, we see in the newspaper all the time, anybody can just drive in any part of the mine with a camera, they can walk around. We saw it was a pseudo unofficial union that was still living in the hostels there. They weren't working. They were doing a better job of protecting those assets than probably the official security people were.
What's next for Aurora?
When mines still have a lot of ore in there, and they could create a lot of jobs, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000 jobs. They could add wealth to the workers and to the company and to the country. So I don't like to see it end of the road, and it shouldn't be, not with gold at $1,400 an ounce.
Aurora has suffered in the last 6 months from the flight of investors. First, Malaysian company AM Equity pulled out. It had guaranteed 800 million rand for both mines. Then Aurora claimed that it was awaiting 1.5 billion rand investment from a Swiss-based private equity group, Global Emerging Market. The deal never came through. This time, the liquidators are more hopeful as they head to the courts on Monday.
"We as liquidators will suggest to the High Court that it grant an extension. We will leave it up to the judge to grant the extension and for them to call Aurora into court to sign an affidavit."
It could be the end of a long and very painful saga for Aurora.